Hey guys, Matthew Roberts from Mission 6. I wanted to spend a minute and talk to y'all a little bit about my go-to bait of Lazyman hooks. I don't know how many of y'all caught me on the LA Fishing Blog podcast episode 85 this past Monday. First off, if you haven't checked out their podcast, go to lafishingblog.com, check out Captain Devin Denman, and he usually has a very knowledgeable guest. A lot of times it's charter captains or just tournament fishermen. However, everything inshore fishing here in Louisiana, he has a lot of really good tips on how to catch redfish, trout, and anything else that you may be looking for. So go check him out, lafishingblog.com. Now, if you heard me on the podcast, you heard me talking about my Lazyman hooks. Lazyman hooks is by far my go-to bait that I use, whether it's for redfish, whether it's for trout, or even for bass. When I'm fishing freshwater, I always have my Lazyman hooks. So I wanted to spend a few minutes with you guys today and show y'all how I rig it up, the different ways that I use my Lazyman hooks, and the different type of soft plastics that I put on there. They are a really versatile bait. Go to lazymanhooks.com and check them out. Promo code MR 2016, and you can get 10% off on your purchase. Lazyman hooks are phenomenal. Here is from my very previous trip right here. This is my sexy mullet on a 1/8 ounce willow blade nickel Lazyman on a 3/0 hook. Robert Watts, he came out recently with these trapper hook style hooks. Here, I'm going to show you guys right now the two different style hooks that he does have. He does have these trapper hooks, which I really enjoy these trapper hooks because you don't have this rounded off edge. You have this more of a squared off edge right here, and you have better hook sets, and those fish are much more difficult to come off and spit your hook as they say are jumping in the air and trying to get away. Here's the regular style Lazyman hooks, which I also really like these as well. I still definitely do use these a lot. As you can see, my go-to is this nickel willow blade. I like to run a 1/8 or a 5/16 is my two weights that I really do like to use a lot. I do like to run a little bit lighter of a bait for whenever you're fishing that grass. It kind of floats through the top of that grass a little bit and falls down in the pockets, which a lot of those redfish, especially in these summer months, they like to hang out in the bottom of those grassy flats and wait for that bait fish to crash over those openings, and they'll go and attack. Purple demons. Let's talk about these purple demons for a second. You can see these purple demons from that Z-Man makes in the diesel minnows. This is my favorite all-time soft plastic ever made is these purple demons. I fish a lot at Pointe-aux-Chenes, Louisiana, and this is by far my go-to soft plastic on our Lazyman hooks. Redfish just can't get enough of them. They really cannot get enough of them. They're made with the elastic plastic, and they have a lot of flex. A very durable bait. Another way that I also like to rig up my Lazyman is I use these Z-Man Easy Shrimps. These Easy Shrimps are also made with the elastic. I can run these on top, and these underspinners that these Lazyman have add an extra flash, a little extra flash for you. These skip across the bait, very lifelike. They have a lot of action. If I want to slow it down a little bit, if I notice that the redfish are very lethargic or the water's very clear, probably my favorite sight casting bait that I use are these turbo crawls from Z-Man. Also made with elastic plastic. With these Lazymans on, Lazyman also adds this extra flash on the bottom to say if I cast a little bit too far in front of the redfish, it'll help get their attention. But this elastic, it floats. These crawls have a lot of action, and I really like these a lot. How to rig them up? How to rig them up is pretty simple. Y'all may have heard me talking about the two different ways that I like to rig them up to make them weedless. To rig these up, especially with these Z-Man fishing products, this elastic is it's kind of tricky to get on at first. Once you get used to it a few times, and you got it down. However, you can see on the front of my Lazyman hook, I have the spring keep right there, and this makes your bait weightless. And I have my Z-Man, soft plastic right here. You have to squeeze the tip to get it in that hook and that bait keep right there. So we're gonna go ahead and spin it on in, just like that. And then Boom. Slide it on. You can see that that hook hides onto the back fin, and there you go. You have a weedless soft plastic on your Lazyman hook. Now, another thing that I really like to do and kind of makes it a little more weedless is, especially after I catch a few redfish and they start pulling these soft plastics off of my hook, my bait keep. Boom. I'll pull that out right there. See, I don't have my spring on anymore. So what I'll do, and I'm just using some regular fluorocarbon that I would use, say, as a leader, as an example. I'll just have a regular hook right here. Pretty simple. I run that through the front of the bait, and I pull the bait through the hook. You can use any hook, it doesn't matter. You can use a little brim hook if you want. And that's it. And you can see how I have my fishing line, which would be my leader, through the soft plastic that I'm using. I'll cut that line off, boom. I'll take this line right here. And I'm just going to tie a quick knot real quick. There you go. You can see how I have the line going through my bait, and there's my Lazyman hook that I'm going to use. So I'm going to slide my soft plastic down and run my hook through. And then guess what? There you go, just like that. Now, there you go. I have even more of a slim profile of a weedless bait. I don't have any gap between my line, my eyelet of my hook, or any of my bait keep on the front of my bait. It's still, the hook is still in the back of the bait, protected by this little portion that they made for your hook to go in, and you have just a great weedless bait on our Lazyman hook. If you guys have any questions, please hit us up on our Facebook. Hit me up on our website, www.mission6, the number 6.org, and let us know what you think. Thank you guys. Y'all have a good day.